What is Mute the Giant?
I'm actually interested in this answer myself.
We're talking about the revival of the Seattle sound taking place in Miami somehow. Am I like starting to remember Jim Morrison a little bit? Do you relate a little bit?
So he's my favorite frontman of all time, actually.
Okay.
Back to the basics type rock and roll, you know.
When the name came about, there was a lot going on, kind of like there is a lot going on in the world right now. And it was scary and it was kind of crazy. And I just wanted, just shut it off. So that's Mute the Giant.
There's four Garcias. There's four of you that are Garcias.
4 Garcias and a Gad.
You guys are not related.
We're 5G, bro.
5G.
It could have been a good name, 5G.
Yeah. The fact that you are here to us is an honor. This is
what?
awesome.
We're going to get interviewed? What?
Yeah.
What?
This is freaking great.
Like, you look like a rock star. They never told you.
I used to tell myself that a lot. I used to stand in front of the mirror. You're a fucking rock star. We're getting old and we're trying to grasp our youth as much as possible.
You did try it.
Hang on,
you did try it.
I'm actually pretty good at root canals.
Exactly. So you said it.
That music isn't out right now. And there's a lot of different music. There's a lot of auto-tune. There's a lot of the same beats. There's a lot of the same melodies and whatnot. And what I always wanted to do was just create music that I enjoyed listening to. We just want to write music that, I would buy that out.
Presenting Mute the Giant, the Boom interview with Kike Posada.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you have to do, and when I heard for the first time Mute the Giant, I said I had to do them, and just learning today that this might be one of the first interviews that makes me even happier. I'm proud.
The first.
The first.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
there's been many first times for me in this business, and I think that's makes you feel proud and honored at the same time. I'm very, very happy to be here. Finally, after
We're just happy somebody wanted to talk to us. You know?
Yeah, really.
Just, I guess the main goal here is I want to tell a story tonight. I want people to learn about Mute the Giant, what has happened in order for you to be in music, to still be in music, Carlos, because I know you for years. I know you, Jorge, for years. I just had the pleasure to meet you, Fausti, right?
Fausti, yeah.
And we're missing the other Jorge, which is the other Garcia, which is that's a very funny story, because there's four Garcias. There's 4 of you that are Garcias.
4 Garcias and a Gad.
And a what?
And a Gad.
Okay.
He's not here. Kareem Gad.
Okay. And that makes it even more interesting. It's you guys are not related.
We're 5G, bro.
5G.
It could have been a good name, 5G.
Yeah.
You're not related, but you certainly have the same musical DNA. Let's call it, no? So Carlos, I guess we talked first. You told me about this new project for you in your life when you were working on, and we finally had the chance to meet you and enjoy the sound in that past event of the Boom 30th anniversary. Carlos,
Great show.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Yeah.
And people were very impressed. And
we were happy to catch up with old friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For all of us, it was great. So, tell us a little bit what is Mute the Giant? And then we'll go each way.
I'm actually interested in this answer myself.
What is Mute the Giant? I mean, I mean, so what do we talk about? Super illegal drugs? Like, what do you edit out? No. So Mute the Giant is really about eliminating the negatives. That's it. It's Mute the Giant. That's what the Giant is. Well, when the name came about, there was a lot going on, kind of like there is a lot going on in the world right now. But this was about 10 years ago, I think, George? 12 years ago?
Longer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there was a lot going on, and it was scary.
I'd say about 13 years.
13 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was scary, and it was kind of crazy, and I just wanted, just shut it off. So that's Mute the Giant. And then there was the question, well, is the Giant's name Mute? Like, Mute the Giant? I'm like, no. It's just muting.
Turn that shit off.
Yeah, turn that shit off. All the outside noise. And just, that was it, really.
For me, I love the name. I had nothing to do with the name, but it was so fitting because I'm an anxious guy. I deal with anxiety, so I get a pre-show laryngitis every show. You know this? Yeah. So it's a real thing. So for me, the Giant is that, and it's cool to be able to use music to kind of do that. Mute the Giant.
Yeah, that's why people get into the arts.
Yeah,
because they're somehow just
quiet in the noise.
Quieting the noise. Making noise.
Quiet in the noise.
Quiet in the noise.
There you go.
That should be the next name. That should be the name of the next
album. You saw it here first.
Quiet
in the noise.
By making music.
Yeah.
Right? So you mentioned 13 years ago. What happened 13 years ago?
Well, I think I can take this one.
Yeah.
So, Carlos and I have been playing together for a very long time. Mm-hmm. I'd say 30
years
or more.
Yeah.
Right. So we were, obviously, Kike, that we were in a couple of bands, Spanish rock bands. Mm-hmm. I know that Carlos wanted to do some solo stuff. And he started this project. He named it Mute the Giant. I was kind of not involved there at the beginning, but then like two magnets that
I needed you, George.
You can't keep them separated. Mm-hmm. We're like musical soulmates. So everything just came together. So I got involved. And then, he rekindled his friendship with Fausti from his high school years.
Okay.
Kind of like really picked up, I'd say about 5 years ago.
3-4 years ago.
Right. And then we had the pleasure and the honor of being joined by Jorge García on bass, formerly of Sonico, and Galactic Fuzz, which is another one of his projects. Mm-hmm. Always admired George for his ability as a bass player. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how we got together and really just kicked it into high gear, started finishing a lot of the songs. And Fausti is a singer-songwriter.
Hell of a writer.
It's a pleasure to have, well, I'll just leave it like that.
Okay.
That Fausti writes a lot and, he contributes a lot. And I'd say a lot of the material. And from a personal standpoint, it's been kind of fun for me to not have to, have that pressure of like help to come up with music in a sense, Mm-hmm. I know that's odd, but
because you enjoy more the performing side.
I do, and there was a lot of pressure back in the day to write, mm-hmm. and I think now I don't feel that pressure.
So you guys found somebody that has like the whole package, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's crazy, man, because I've known Fausti since seventh grade.
Which high school?
Belen Jesuit.
Middle.
High school.
Yeah, well, from 7th grade, school. Yeah, Belen, middle school, 7th and 12th, yeah.
You're Belen boys.
Yeah.
I'm Columbus.
Okay.
And then George's Sunset
High.
And Kareem.
I couldn't tell you. I probably couldn't pronounce it right now.
Wasn't he?
Okay.
Didn't he do some training with the CIA? Did he go to like FBI high school or something?
Maybe.
Yeah, something weird. Yeah, for sure. He's got secrets.
So how was it growing up in Miami in the early 90s? Belen.
It was awesome. Fausti had a band back then.
We had a cover band.
We had a cover
band. I didn't play guitar at the time. I just sang. We didn't really know what we were doing. We had one guy that was also called George.
Yeah.
Amazing. Actually, Umberto was an amazing bass player too. And we obviously, being products of the 90s, it was like covering Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains, like
product of the 80s.
That whole grunge, you know. So you were doing Duran Duran covers back in the day?
No. Actually, pretty good.
Pretty good stuff, yeah.
Pretty good
so we had a cover band. I used to write a lot of poetry. I never wrote music because I didn't have an instrument that I can, so I really wanted to learn to play guitar. And when I was much, much older, I bought a guitar, started taking lessons, and then just kind of started writing for myself.
Am I like starting to remember Jim Morrison a little bit? Do you relate a little bit?
So Jim Morrison was one of my
first.
biggest like influences. When I used to write my poetry, I used to read a lot of his poetry, and a lot of the stuff that I would write was like dangerously close to it. You know what I mean? Like I loved his stuff, man. He's my favorite frontman of all time, actually. Jim Morrison.
And he shows.
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but thank you. I appreciate that. So he calls me out of the blue one day.
Because we caught up. So I saw him back in high school playing, and I was like, oh, man, that voice. He's got that voice. Holy crap. And then we caught up again for the 20-something reunion, high school reunion. So I saw him in one high school reunion. We talked a little bit about that.
By the way, I had no idea that he, after high school, had this musical career.
He had a life.
I had no clue.
It was a musical life.
Yeah.
I had no
You lost track of each other.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like most people from high school.
Yeah, I get that too.
You go.
I had no idea. Yeah.
I had no clue, bro. Yeah. No clue.
No.
Because you've had a secret life as well.
Yeah. Secret agent.
Secret agent life.
Yeah. He's retired now, so it's okay. Everything's cool now. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Edit. Yeah. Secret
it was difficult in those days.
Yeah.
No, but we made
so music kept me sane.
Let's just say security is not an issue for Mute the Giant.
Oh my God. No, but so after a couple times that we saw each other in the high school reunions and whatnot, and everybody getting together, we started talking. I was like, hey, come to the studio. Check out this. And he was like, hey, I got this song and I'm writing and I'm doing this. So after really we all tightened up and because he had a bunch of songs. I had already recorded basic tracks. I had done drums, bass, and guitars for a bunch of songs, but I had
never even seen the inside of a recording studio.
Yeah.
I was so nervous, dude.
Yeah.
And the first song we did was not Parasite. What was it called before? No.
Oh, Roaming.
Which
That's
then
the
became
Man from Yesterday.
part of Parasite.
Yeah, it was The Man from Yesterday, which changed to Roaming, and then it's part of Parasite, where we ended up getting the honor of having Dave Abruzzese from Pearl Jam do the drums for. But Roger Isaguirre from Earplay Studio.
You heard that right. Go ahead, say it again, bro. Say it again, because that's a big deal. That's something we're very proud of, right?
So David Abruzzese and I created a friendship. Online, we were music lovers. He's obviously my main influence for drumming. Even though I heard Neil Peart, John Bonham, Alex Van Halen was a huge influence, but then when Abruzzese came out in the 90s, he's the grunge drummer. There's Dave Grohl, there's Kretz in STP, there's Chad Smith. You have all these monsters, the guy from Alice in Chains, Jimmy Chamberlain, just amazing. But the grunge rock drummer will always be David.
I'm not mistaken. You're basically you were fed by that sound. I mean, you are basically
right.
You're trying to not recreate, but you're trying to keep the sound alive.
Grunge revival, bro.
Do you want a little bit of revival?
Are we talking about the revival of the Seattle sound
taking place in Miami somehow is Miami the next stop for horror.
So here's the thing. But here's the thing. What we're doing is not intentional.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We're obviously really inspired. Yeah, we're heavily inspired by that. But even in the new songs, there's a different thought behind it. Really? It's like that music isn't out right now. There's a lot of different music. There's a lot of auto-tune. There's a lot of the same beats. There's a lot of the same melodies and whatnot. And what I always wanted to do was just create music that I enjoyed listening to. Mm-hmm. Whether it's 70s, 80s. I mean, I was huge, like I like The Cure, The Police, Van Halen, AC/DC.
The disco album.
Hey, there you go.
Reggaeton project.
In case.
Just in case.
You can't have your eggs all in one basket, bro.
Yeah.
You can't put your eggs all in one basket.
No, we just want to write music that, like, I would buy that out.
And back to basics.
And back to basics.
I think the idea was to let's get some guitar driven, music and sound going, because that's missing. I mean, back to the basics type rock and roll, and I mean, like him, I grew up in the 80s. I'm a little older. So I grew up in the 80s. I listened to it, and I have an older brother and an older sister, and I grew up listening to Foreigner, Boston, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, and then going to the 80s, and I got into the new wave stuff. I love the Smiths. I love, the Cure, Echo and the Bunnymen.
How do you feel about U2?
And U2 is a big influence, obviously. So, but at the end of the day,
You heard of a guy named The Edge?
yeah, I heard of him.
Familiar with him?
At the end of the day, was just get back to basics. We're doing a lot of stuff that's different now for at least Carlos and me. A lot less delay type driven, guitar distortion. Yeah, more hard distortion, overdriven amps, that type of thing.
Yeah. So the funny thing is that it's in Miami. You guys are locals. You guys are, like, when people think of Miami, they think of everything but rock. No, it's for the longest time. Just look at it right now. What's playing in the streets? It's urbano. It's electronic. It's reggaeton. So
we listen to those
como se dice, like, least likely, to think of a band that's coming out from Miami with this sound. That's the story. That's really the story.
I think the only one that I can think of off the top of my head, and is Nuclear Valdez from back in the 80s.
Yep.
We have a connection because John Tolver used to be our manager.
That's true.
And I know that he very close to, as he used to call them, the Nukes. So Nuclear Valdez is the only band, I guess the Goods,
which he actually coming back. So
yeah.
They came up,
Yeah.
So C3 with Derek Sintrom and Purdue.
It's
right, but that was a little more underground, no?
Yeah.
Right. They're hard.
As that made it big, like,
I'm thinking, I mentioned Nuclear Valdez because I know they made it on rotation to MTV and all of that good stuff, but it's hard out of Miami to, kind of like,
there are some legendary Cuban musicians in rock, though, no? Like Rudy Sarso.
Yeah.
Well, I'm friends with that.
Yeah.
And Nico Torres, but he's more Cuba from New Jersey.
Right.
Nico. But how do you feel about, you guys have a Cuban heritage?
Yeah.
Basically, huh?
Yeah. Parents are Cuban.
Famous. The other Jorge?
No, the other Jorge is Peruano.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do family or friends, it was a natural thing for them, or?
Oh man, I grew up in Puerto Rico the first 10 years of my life. I was born there, and I lived, and you would hear salsa, you would hear merengue at the family parties, but we listened to Alfa Rock 106.
Right.
Where I grew up listening to AC/DC, Van Halen, Rush, like Tom Sawyer. On the way to school, my dad would be, "Oh, te le gusta esto?" And we're like, yes, man, leave that station. Don't ever change Alpha Rock. So
I remember the PD name. He's famous, el programador, the director.
Oh, he's Alpha Rock.
Yeah.
Right. So that's my family, my friends. I mean, it's like, no.
That was the official correlation for rock in the whole Caribbean.
So really?
Yeah, all over.
Yeah. Alpha Rock 106.
Alpha Rock.
Awesome.
Yeah, was that a PR?
Out of PR.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And they kept rock going. That's where I heard Boston for the first time. You know, you hear More Than a Feeling, or, you know, that, what is it?
Don't Look Back.
Don't Look Back. Don't Look Back. Another great song. So to my family or friends, they would probably be very weirded out if I would have come up with an album, or we would have started doing an album of bachata, because it's not something that's not what we really listen to.
Yeah.
Not saying that there's anything wrong. Actually, listening to it's great.
Rock.
Yeah, it's grew up listening to it.
I mean, it's funny because it's only natural for anyone outside. I mean, like the rest of the U.S., this is the music they grow up with. But for us, it's a little bit of counterculture. It's like you live as a Latino in many ways. It's a bilingual environment, but you decide to make rock. Like that's the option. That's the path we choose.
I think our age, I really believe we're influenced by some of the greatest music that was ever made. Like that Seattle grunge sound. And, you know, I was having an interesting conversation yesterday. If Guns N' Roses were from Seattle, would you consider them the first real grunge band that went anti the pretty hair boy bands? And what do you feel about that?
If they would have been,
they would have been the pioneers of grunge. I think they were a grunge band. I think Guns N' Roses was the original grunge band.
It put rock back on the map.
And it wasn't like the Poison and the way, you know, all the pretty hair and the makeup. They were like rock and roll, but they were from Seattle. So they didn't get they didn't get grouped into that, you know. But when you look at it, bro, they were the first real grunge rock band.
I mean, Mr. Brownstone.
Yeah, I think they were the first.
No, that's debatable. We got to sit down and conversation beer
but yeah, I think we were influenced by music that just, man, it was powerful music, dude. That right. It was people saying shit, and it was fun music, and it just sounded good, and it was fun to sing it, and it was probably fun to play it. You know, like I didn't play instruments at the time, but like, you know, just as a kid, and that, you know, like that's the soundtrack of our youth, right? I mean, I would say that's the soundtrack of my youth, like Pearl Jam songs and Stone Temple Pilots and Alice in Chains and Mother Love Bone and Soundgarden. I mean, you know, for me, Chris Cornell is it. You know what I mean? So that whole sound, you know.
So this is my take. No, you guys could have chosen at some point. Both of you like went for Spanish rock, which we all know. I mean, it's great music, but it's not as, for some people it's not really rock. It's got a lot of fusion. There are many styles in Spanish rock.
Yeah.
But it's something that you could have kept on doing if you decided. But this time, it's like you want to go back or to what was the first love, basically. And
yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. Because
we're trying to grasp our youth.
Yeah, because we as much as possible.
You did try it. You did try it in the Spanish rock scene.
Don't do it.
I mean, we're huge Soda Stereo fans.
Yeah, to us,
I think the Soda Stereo are the Beatles of Spanish rock. Yeah. I remember Soda Stereo in the late 80s coming out on MTV, 120 minutes on Sunday nights. You know, I think the what we were trying to do with the Spanish rock was a little bit more, you know, UK American influence, you know, rock, but in Spanish,
which was what Soda was doing.
Right. I mean, Soda Stereo. It's just that Miami wasn't ready as a market, as an audience.
Yeah.
And maybe
Miami. I don't think Miami is ready for live music.
Yeah. And that has a long. There's a long story about that. Have you heard?
I remember playing in New York. We played at.
I think it would always be more enthusiastic.
We had a show on New York on a Sunday at 2 in the afternoon, and I remember thinking, who's going to be there? Well, guess what?
It was packed.
People went on a Sunday at 2 in the afternoon in the Village.
That's right.
I forgot the name of the place, but really cool place.
So I think Miami hurts. Maybe we agree that your music has to reach the whole nation first. I mean, you gotta be able to take it to other places. See, I guess that's the goal, no? I think that's.
I mean, I wanted to reach the whole nation. What a dream! So, are we going to stop at the
international? What a dream! The world.
What a dream! For me, honestly, I've told you guys from day one, just to be able to be in a room like that and make music and take stuff that I've written in my room on a guitar and watch it become this entity is everything for me. So, the album, that's bonus. Getting to perform with these guys is bonus, you know?
But I'm going to ask, I mean, with your permission, I think his story is very, very interesting because it really stands out. You've been like preparing for this moment, perhaps all your life. I know you have other things. I mean, you have like a side thing, and you've been...
I'm actually pretty good at root canals.
Exactly. So you said it. He was great. You didn't mention yourself. But don't worry.
Yeah, I'm an endodontist by day.
It's so funny.
Yes, you could say. Yeah.
So funny. I mean, you can even, during the show, like, sell your services. But it's like...
Novocaine.
You work...
Anyone have a toothache? Toothache, anybody, right now. I got you. They even sing to you while I'm doing your root canal.
Laughing gas for everyone.
No. That's for me. No, just kidding.
Explains your perfect teeth.
No, that's luck. Thank God.
That's generic.
Yeah, it's genetic.
Okay, Fausti. So, how do you call you in your console and your office? You're totally. You have an alter ego, basically.
Yeah. I am Dr. G. Dr. G. Yes. I own and operate a practice in South Miami, a root canal specialist.
Exactly. It's amazing. So this is the story. I mean,
it's crazy.
There's a great story here.
It's crazy.
It's like you've been preparing for this moment. I know you were always taking guitar lessons,
blessings. Like, I'm so grateful, like, to these guys to make that. Like, never in a million did I think that I'd get to do what I'm doing right now at the level that we're doing it.
But didn't people
as a 40
during their everyday life, like you look like a rock star? They never told you, like...
I used to tell myself. I used to stand in front of the mirror. You're a fucking rock star. No. No.
Isn't that from a movie?
I forgot. So,
oh no, you mean Boogie Nights?
Superstar. But God, it was always a dream to be able to write songs. And then, like, for me, the coolest thing was so nerve-wracking. Sitting in a room with these guys that were what I call real musicians, right? And playing. Hey guys, let me show you the song I wrote. Which to me, I pour it out of here. You know what I mean? So it's right. It's a very vulnerable thing for me. Like, let me play this song. And then all of a sudden to see that song become what it became, like with the drums and the guitars, it just got so big. It's a fucking awesome process. I love it, dude. I love it.
How many songs in total do you have so far?
So, recorded, 8, because that's our first album.
Yeah.
How many songs do we have? With his songs and everybody's put together, I think we're over 30.
I've got in my phone right now, I've got about 40 to 50 songs that are just waiting to be put through the process.
Yeah.
So we could...
a few of them didn't make it to this one. Creative hemorrhagia. How do you say it?
Yeah. Hemorrhage. Yeah.
A few of them didn't make it to this one. Doesn't mean they're not going to make it to the next one.
One we need is
right.
First song.
Yes.
It's just the studio. It takes a lot. So another observation is that you guys have been pretty, I don't know if that's the term, like kind of low key in terms of you're not there like promoting, like you're not very active in that. What you've been posting so far has been like moments as grassroots and like things that have happened during the rehearsals and stuff. You haven't like really got that like social media stuff. Yeah. That like
what you have in mind?
Like what you sometimes see other bands. They're very good at promoting, but little substance. And what you guys have is a lot of substance, but you haven't really started your journey yet in that sense.
I mean,
no? Am I right? Or
being born in 1975, I don't have a lot of...
No, but so far it's been like very organic. Organic, no?
Yeah, Kike, at the end of the day, man, we're doing this really because we really love to play music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, but
the fact that you are here to us is an honor. Like, we're like, this is awesome. We're going to get interviewed. What? Yeah. What? This is freaking great. Yeah. But we do it just because we really, really dig it.
Yeah.
And something like, because you were talking about Fausti and how everything came together, a friend of mine reminded when the album came around.
This is so awesome.
I was like, holy shit, that's right. Calls me. He was like, hey, so you're finally in a band with Fausti. I was like, yeah, what do you mean? He was like, well, we were in.
I just think it's so cute that you had a vision board.
I had a vision board.
I just think it's cute, dude.
I had a vision board. Basically, in high school, I told Ralph, who used to play bass with the band that I started with. I mean, that really started trying to learn to play drums. So I was like, dude, I'm going to be in a band with Fausti. We're going to rock. We're going to go play. And 35, 40, 35 years later.
I love that.
It happened. It's great, but we just do this.
To give Jorge, but also some justice. He's had his own journey as well. He's played in many bands. And do any of you know about why he joined? I mean, would you say why he?
Jorge García.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I again, not to go back to the Spanish rock thing, but I mean, when we were playing, we shared the stage with,
we shared this guy with Sonico.
This is with friends, we're friends with all these bands, and I think George, at the end of the day, he likes that hard rock. I mean, I don't speak for him.
What does he say? Más
violencia.
Más violencia.
He likes the violencia. And, I'm thrilled to have him in the band, honestly.
He's awesome. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot.
George is I've
learned a lot from all these guys, bro. Like, I feel like I'm learning every time I come in here.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So
awesome.
I mean, I just think that we're friends.
Right.
That's it. We used to always have a joke, George and I.
And in a mature moment, no, it's important. They're no longer like into the ego thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is always gonna be there, but not in as a young person. We make mistakes. Like, we fight over stupid things. I think that you're in a different.
I think it's also
a different. Yes, I think we're definitely different.
It's also pretty awesome that everybody has day jobs, right? As there's, so we're not.
I'm pretty sure he's not there for.
This is really like a passion project. You know what I mean? Like, this is just about making music together, and like, thank God we don't depend on, because we still haven't gotten paid for the boom and concert.
So what do we see? What do we see about the? I'll get you the contact.
Okay, let me know.
We did get fries.
We did get fries and a couple beers, which were good beers. But I haven't gotten. Have you gotten the check yet?
Well, actually, that's pretty bad.
What about this is that you no longer expect the check.
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, we were talking about Miami and bands. Stardust One.
Mm-hmm.
That's another band that's kind of dead. Will Lopez used to play for Wajito.
Of course, Will.
And he started with Stardust One. He was with us at our album.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, man, it's a great band. They're punk, rock. That's another good band.
Let's talk about Miami, because we were just talking. Miami is no longer the city you guys grew up. I came when I was already 24, but it's changed. That city has changed. And it's like some of the landmarks, gigs, and all these places, the venues. I mean, they disappear.
Tobacco Road.
I mean, but the whole.
Would you say that was the spot for the longest time? Like,
Tobacco Road was cool.
A lot of music.
On Washington Avenue, there were like Steven Doghouse.
No, was it
Senor Frog?
Senor Frogs. What's the one with the rose?
Yes.
You know which one I'm talking about? It had the rose and it's not Las Rosas, even though we want to play Las Rosas.
Yeah.
Answer your emails and your phone calls. No, but what was the name of that place?
What was it at?
It was on the beach.
I know. I was there. And I saw many bands. I saw Los Fabulosos Skylarks play there. Right. I saw Los Pericos play there.
Yes. Yeah. There was a
Chango play.
Shitload of bands. Yeah. It was this fucking venue. And then it closed, and then things, that was a problem.
There were
Macarena.
Maghrabi.
I remember Maghrabi.
Yeah. But I think that's the thing about Miami. Miami doesn't have like this city of Miami.
Very hostile for live music. I was gonna say that when some moment. I always say this on stage. It's like Miami has a long story of animosity for like, especially for rock, and it goes back to the day when the Doors performed. You know that story?
My aunt was at that concert.
Your dad, your aunt. Okay, so Rudy Sarso told me this story. Or I should be facing it. Rudy Sarso told me he was there as soon as the incident with him, pissing it off on the audience.
Jim Morrison.
The whole city commission, made up like no more rock here, no more. Yeah. Well, so if you wanted to see a rock band, you have to drive all the way to Fort Lauderdale, and that's basically the story. Since then, since then, it's gone hard. 1970, what? Or before 70, what's that?
Every rock concert I went to.
Yeah.
Every rock concert. The Hollywood Sportatorium, she would take me to all of them. Bro. I saw them all the hair bands. I saw them all. First 5 rows, she's like, we're going. First 5 rows, if she get backstage passes, we get every concert.
He learned a lesson or two. I don't know.
Yeah.
And there's the whole electronic scene. And I always say this. I mean, people are willing to pay $100 for a DJ,
but they won't pay $10.
They won't pay 10 at the door to watch a band. Yeah. So it's been,
it's crazy. That's Miami.
It's crazy.
Miami, look, we had a really good friend of ours, Johnny Manchild, came down for our album release. And sitting down with the drummer, just talking, and with Johnny and Alex, the bassist. I mean, obviously, well, there's 6-7 people in that band, but they came as a trio. Everywhere else, rock scenes, like they're active, they're alive. Everybody wants to go see bands out. And I know in Miami, people want to go see bands. Because they do. I mean, it's not all, party music. No, man, it's like in PR, like in the Dominican Republic, like in Colombia, everywhere. Yo no conocí un peruano que no sea rock.
No, claro.
I mean, what we need is venues.
What?
And venues that are listening.
Look at these girls.
Thanks.
The warning. Oh, they're awesome. They are from Mexico City. They are awesome.
Who is it?
Warning.
Bro. Yeah.
3 chicks. Son
sisters.
They're sisters? Bro, I love them. You gotta check them out on Instagram. They rock, bro. They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Awesome. I think the world is the stage, and
we are music players.
What we need is
performers and
I think the only thing we're missing is paper mache costumes. Like, how do you pronounce? And Jean Day.
I need a Potron.
God, I'm obsessed with those people, bro. Those fucking obsessed.
I just heard about them for the first time today.
They're amazing. We need paper mache hats, bro.
The microtone thing, no, the guitars. So that's very
incredible how they.
Yeah.
So we were listening to them last Saturday when we were on our way to the show.
Mm-hmm.
Him and I were listening to it in the car, and it was like I just kept so out there. There's just like the talent, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know where he began. That guy's feet. Yeah. That guy's feet on the pedal board are like
adjusting knobs.
Dude, he's turning a knob with his foot. Like
what?
Well, we're gonna better start rehearsing.
That's way above my pay grade. Yeah, that's way above my pay grade.
But you know something? You ask your next question. I have to put this up to you. Because when you were doing your thing, there was a scene. There was a scene. There was rock.
We had radio though.
Yeah.
We had a radio.
And our dude, not just us, all the rock and español bands in Miami, we would have regular gigs. La Covacha would have people, El Grill would have rock bands play at Tobacco Road, everywhere else, even Titanic, IO on US 1, IO Lounge, all that. And you created a movement, brother. You did all.
Was it the Red?
I have no problem joining back.
So another band that came out of here.
Yeah.
And they had that video with Ron Jeremy.
You know what was in first? They had another name for the band way back. You don't know that one? The name of the band was Orgasmic Blitz.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
That's that.
I knew Upworgasmic Bliss. I just didn't know that was Motomesero.
And they had a song called Decay.
Decay?
Decay.
Oh,
Decay.
Decay.
It's a love story. The stories. So I guess this is good for a first interview. I think we have some material. And
no, but you want to focus.
Like those things that happen, my camera just died or the memory got full. So that's why we're with this supporting camera here. What final message for what's in the past? What's cooking?
We're writing now. We want to come up with another album and get back in the studio. I'd love to perform, a few more times this year at least. I feel like it's kind of cool being on stage and having those moments where you're like, shit, we're actually gelling as a band. Like I'm speaking to George right now just by looking at him, and have moments with Beef all the time, on stage where it's like the band just is gelling, we're communicating without saying anything. And it's so grateful. Dude.
It's a dream come true.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's so much fun too. It's so much fun.
The end of the day, that's what I taught. Like George said, I've been playing with George 30 years, maybe more. And dude, it's those moments of being on stage, which now I can have with Fausti, I can have with George. Well, I played with George, el otro, Jorge García, bass. Kareem, when he has time, because he travels on the weekends. He's working. Amazing guitar player, like shreds, which we missed. Yeah, we hadn't come to this one.
He's gonna have to decide at some point because he's gonna be in the touring and stuff.
I just say he's not talking about you. Don't worry about it. No, but yeah, it's all about having fun, dude. At the end of the day, we're having a good time. We can still do it. So why not? It's better than doing something else.
Training these guys with that thing you do with the stick, the mace. Yeah. Why don't you open? Are you like an instructor on that or?
Yeah, actually, it's during COVID. I dove head first into that, and
the Moflo Dojo.
They have like different levels of certification. So I quickly became.
Is that an ancient thing? Is that
it goes back to the Persians, and it's a badass way of working out. But I became a level 1 certified instructor, then became the 11th level 2 certified steel mace flow practitioner in the entire world.
That is awesome.
I just don't.
No idea.
Yeah. Dude, I have a little bit of an addictive personality. So when I direct my energy at something, I kind of tend to go head first. So yeah. So I do like these little.
I'm interested.
Saturday is the Moflo Dojo. We do
really.
Yeah, we do workouts at my house on Saturdays.
And the only music you're allowed to play
is Mute the Giant.
Okay, I know this sounds really corny, but you go out by Jorge as well. Okay, this is really corny, but who is Jorge Garcia?
No. Who is Jorge Garcia?
It's bad that you were the first one being asked that, but because you're giving time to these guys. But
just a person that loves to play music, loves my family. I was blessed with a gift from the man upstairs. Just a simple individual, humble. I think a lot of my style was because of that lack of talent, really, at the end of the day, but still some talent. So I'm grateful, man. I'm just, just a normal individual who loves playing music. That's it. That's me.
Good. Who is Fausti?
The 11th certified. Number 2. It depends on when you ask me.
The time of the day, the day of the week.
100%. 100%. Man, I feel like I have a very full life. I got a great family, happily married. I got a great career, that I've worked my ass off for. And I've been lucky enough to find time for my passion, surfing, snowboarding, mountain biking, the fitness, so I have a very full life. When it comes to music, something I've always been really, really passionate about. So I think gratitude again is the word that comes to mind when I think about this, because I never would have thought that I would have had the chance to do this at almost 50 years old, so whatever comes to this, man, it really is adding fulfillment to my life. So very grateful for these guys.
Excellent. Who is Carlos?
Good.
Also known as
Beast. El Fefo. Insurance. No.
No, it's a good exercise. It's a good exercise.
So who am I? I am all right. So I am a kid playing the part of an adult. I've done it pretty well as a husband and as a father and as an employee. And I'm just here to have fun and try to do my best to make other people's lives less stressful, because life's full of shit and not all of us got to step in it, you know? So that's it. Just make somebody smile. That's me. I'm a kid playing the part of an adult.
There you have it.
I agree. I'd like to change my answer. I like that. I like that.
It's cool.
And these guys is Mute the Giant.
Thank you, Giant. Thank you, man.
I mean, the guy that asked us the questions. That's all.
When he comes.
Okay.
You're coming back.
Okay. I know you're asking the question. Who is Kike? You like that. Who are you? Who the fuck are you? Huh?
Yeah, who are you, bro? I was getting these fucking questions.
Sometimes I do stuff for in the world, and then I do stuff for beyond. So my life has always dealt with materialistic stuff, but I'm also big on spiritual. So that has been my duality always. Like I tried in both. I try to keep up in both, because I think that there's no sense in being in the world without working for the after, you know.
Right.
So I try to keep up in both, and music is a big part of my life, and that's why I do what I do.
It's a direct connection.
Exactly. The spiritual and music is
in it.
Exactly.
Can we change our answer?
Also a great answer.
Oh, that's our manager.
Who are you, bro?
Hey, who are you? This is another from On Stage, our recording studio that's here at Boca.
Hey, so I can take this. So the Telecaster?
Yeah. So now the question is for him. Like, what's this guy's talking about?
Right. That's right.
Let's start the process of transferring the.
All right. Listen.
Yes.